Welcome to another episode of What I Learned from Bobby Hemmett. You know, I start to get addicted to making these videos. I am trying to make them shorter though, but just to get it out more quickly. There is a part of Eddie Murphy's movie, was it The Nutty Professor? Yeah, The Nutty Professor, which was all about melanin and DNA and how they have isolated genes, and they can increase your height or maybe muscle mass. Well, that's with steroids, so I take that back, but they're doing a lot with animals now. They know how to strip the melanin out of the animal. They know how to increase the size, because now you have effed up giant rabbits. Those animals are all sterile because you cannot go against the laws of nature. I mean, nature is going to stop you at a point, but because we have our own autonomy of being individual gods, we are unknowingly, inadvertently agreeing on all of the fuckery that has us locked down, as well as not knowing who you are. So if the lion didn't know, you know what, I could take my paw and slash this motherfucker's face. If he didn't know that, okay, he's not a lion. And they have done that to elephants. When they train large animals, they beat them when they're little, and the elephant doesn't know, I could stomp on this motherfucker. Easy. I could push this car over easily. So, you know, there's a psychological prison that we're all under as well. So, going back to Eddie Murphy and his movie, The Nutty Professor. They are at the table, and of course they always want to put a fat and extremely overweight fat black person, okay? You can be overweight, you can be whatever you want. But that is a stereotype that is put in the movies all the time. Not as much for other people, but always you will have the overweight sloppy black kid in a movie, in a black movie. So anyway, that stereotype was a character. And didn't you find it interesting that, let me look at the time. Didn't you find it interesting that the mother, played by Eddie Murphy, you know what, maybe that wasn't the Nutty Professor. No, it was the Nutty Professor. I'm getting confused. Okay, the mother clapped her hands and said, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. Did you ever wonder why? Why did she do that? Sure, it's funny. Sure, it's, out in left field. However, if you become aware of a cult, there is no fucking left field. Everything is saying something. And that is what that's why I picked up this phone. because I want to eke out any little tiny drop of something from Bobby Hemmett. So anyway, Hercules is really, let me slow down now. Hercules is really Horus. Okay? It's Horus. It's Heru. It's Horus. But in this movie, the occult message is that they're referring to the black person as the Horus child. But they're not going to tell you the secret name for the Horus child is Harpocrat. And however else you want to pronounce that word, which also is Oprah's name backwards. Harpo. Harpocrat is the ancient name and deity for the Horus child, which you are the Horus child. You are the Horus child. You are the offspring. You are the energy produced by Isis, the male and feminine energy, the main male and feminine energy in the cosmos, which is Isis and Osiris. They come together, produce Horus energy. You are the Horus, so you are the next generation of Isis and Osiris. And because you're in the earth plane, I don't want to get to talking too much. I just wanted to make the point about why did Eddie Murphy, why did his character, acting as a grandmother, clap her hands and say, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. You know what? I didn't even watch that movie when it came out. I saw it on cable. I don't follow celebrity movies. But that little chant, because it's the rhythm of Ra, music is the rhythm of Ra, that stayed in my head always. And thanks to Bobby Hemmett, I know what the F they're talking about. So, let us all thank Bobby Hemmett. That ends another episode of What I Learned from Bobby Hemmett. And I'll leave you with the audio.